on that same note, I read another one with my son, and it's called Primates, The Fearless Science of Jane Goodall, Diane Fossey, and Beirut Galdikas. And look at the cover. The cover is so cute. Now this one I actually had the book of it, the physical book of it. I had gotten it at the library, but I had to return it since then because it's been a little while. Illustrations are amazing in this. Now I have grown up knowing a lot and hearing a lot about Jane Goodall and her studies in primates, but I did not know much about Diane Fossey or Beirut Galdikas, and this is a really great introduction with kids to talk about the study of primates, about these three women, how they entered the field, how they worked with Dr. Leakey. It talked about preservation, it talked about poaching, it talked, live within the story. So it gave a good springboard to go further. And then recently, I just saw now I know I saw a documentary on Jane Goodall a long time ago. Apparently there's a newer one out now. And my son saw it and he said he wanted to see it, which really just made me happy because I'm usually the one that initiates picking up things for him with goals and purposes in mind. But for him to see that and now have an interest and want to watch the movie, I'm excited. So we're going to watch the documentary on Jane Goodall. But it was very good. If you get a chance to get it at your library, again, that's called Primates. And then the last one is kind of embarrassing because I've had Binti by Nnedi Okorafor for a long time. I'll hold it up for people that don't know the book. So I've been trying to read it, and I've put it up even in some of the halls and talks and plans, and I never get to it. And while I was sick, I was thinking, okay, you know what? I kind of want to do it. I couldn't find the book. We had renovated our room, and I moved the book somewhere else. I don't know where I put the actual physical book. So I was like, well, I'll listen to the audio. So I did. I listened to the audio, and it's very short. The book is really, really thin. And the audio is like a minute, it's not really a minute, but it's short. And so I listened to it, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm now looking forward to, there is a book 2 and a 3, and I don't know if this is a series or just a trilogy, but I know that there's more to go to continue on that. So I finally have read it. I did enjoy it. I got lost at the beginning of the story, and then I had to go back in the audio to kind of pick up and get it again. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they build on the story and add more to, Binti's journey. And I think there's also, if I really sat and thought about it, and maybe I will do that before I begin, so that the next one is, just talking about the way that people treated each other in the book, and accepting differences, and how she's changed now, and how will that affect her if she's to return home, or in things like that. So it was really good. It's very short. So I did that. So another book I had picked up from the library a while back. Again, I've been hoarding books for a while now because I was sick and I was not going to the library. This one was just something like, I just need, I with everything going on right now and being sick and everything, I thought this would be something fun to read. And this is called The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. And it's the first, and I believe it's not, I think it's a series, it's not a trilogy. I think that there's already 3 books out and the 4th has come out, or there's 2 books out and the 3rd has just come out. And I had saw this online on Litsy, and I was like, I'll check it out. So I saw it at the library, and I checked it out. And it's about a librarian who's almost like a spy. She travels around the world trying to preserve rare books and rare works of art. And it's not necessarily like a time travel. It's almost like a multi-dimensional travel. But it was just really a fun book to read. The characters were very interesting, and although there is a male character, it wasn't There's no insta love, which I like. There's a little slow burn romance to it. And I'm looking forward to the next one. I definitely want to read it. There's lots of action, and it was just very interesting. You know, it's like, I would consider it a fantasy book because there are elements of magic and things like that, fantastical stuff. So very good. That was a nice one just to kind of relax with. Now this one, I can't remember how I heard about this book now. My brain is not working right. But this one is called The Woman Next Door, and it's a novel by Yewande Omotoso, and it's got a cute cover. I have to remember back because this was probably earlier on that I had read this in February. This is about two women, one black, one white. They're South African. They live in South Africa. They are neighbors in what is, in my mind, kind of like a gated type community. The white woman designed some of the homes in that area, and in particular the one that the black woman has now moved into. This is one of the houses that the other woman had designed, and the book really, I don't know how to describe. They basically have their own preconceived notions about each other. They are both widows, and they both have ideas about each other, and it definitely raises a lot of racial issues, and talks about a little bit about the different aspects going on in South Africa and property and ownership and people trying to claim property that was theirs but have no legal bounds to it. But it also is the story about these two women and how they really just don't like each other, and it's kind of a love-hate, and towards, as the book moves forward, you see how their positions on each other changes, and they start to actually appreciate each other. It's lovely. It could be a movie. I don't know who I would cast in it, but I think it would be a great movie. And what I liked about it too was that right from the start, you were pulled into the story. You just didn't. You didn't have to work at it. It was very easy to get into the story and fall in with the characters. And the other thing too that was interesting is that they, it was just what they perceived or thought about each other and what was the reality. You got to see, like they thought things that were totally off, about each other, and they didn't know. So I think this is a great one. I would definitely recommend this one. I thought it was great, and I will look to see. I think she had written one other book prior to this that was mixed reviews, if I can remember. I can't remember the name of it. But I'm going to actually check and see, because now I'm just starting to think about, when I read an author, if they have, backlists of stuff, of what they have that I could add to my TBR, the ever-growing TBR. But anyways, that was the other one. That's it. I am tired. I want to go take a nap. But I wanted to make sure I reached out and kind of give you guys an update of what I've read, and I will get back to you because I am doing the Mystery March books, and I can share some books that I have that could be potential reads, and I'm not going to give it CBR for me, but I will share books that I think that I have in my own bookshelf that I need to read and that could cover and fulfill that. So if anybody's doing that. So I hope you all have a blessed day, and I hope that I have more energy. Like right now, I feel like just taking a long nap. It's exhausting. I'm hoping to get better quicker. And I will see you guys soon. And that's it, because I'm rambling. Bye.